Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, children.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Ma.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. How are you all?
Fine Mataji.
We are fine Mataji.
Fine Mataji. Fine Mataji.
I hope you enjoyed yesterday and day before yesterday your session.
Yes Mataji, it was very nice.
Nice. Okay. So today's schedule, first it's going to be a virtual tour of Navadip Dham.
Yes.
Taranga Devdas Mataji, and followed by Vaishnava Bhajans. Swarup Damodar Prabhu will
Then
take.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Just keep checking messages and be informed, okay? So there will be messages day to day. Please keep checking. And I think Radhika is already here. Her title is Antaranga Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, before we start, let's pay our obeisances and respects to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And let's all chant a small mala in his memory to start the day. So, and then we can start the session. So we'll chant this 27 beats. Everybody chant as like devoted as you can and hear all these mantras what you are chanting. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, and I hand it over to Her Grace Anuradha Rajgopi Mataji to conduct the rest of the session for the day. Thank you, children, for chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, children.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So first we'll start with the first session. Yes. Radhika, are you there?
Yes, Mataji, I'm here.
Thank you, dear. Can you on the video? We'll see you.
Yes, Mataji, Hari bol. I can't see you though.
Oh, sorry. 1 minute.
No, Mataji, it's visible. Change it to gallery view.
Yeah. You can see me now, Radhika? Hi. Yes, most of you have met Radhika in Mayapur winter camp. So it is really our pleasure to have her here for her one of the sessions virtual tour. So she's going to, Radhika is going to take us through the uh, virtual tour. So before that, I just want to share some information what I got about Radhika. It's really very my honor to share, to talk about a nice devotee whom I admire a lot because of her pure devotion to Mayapur and Krishna, Radha Madhav. So there is okay. So Radhika's initiator name is Antaranga Tulsi Devi Dasi, and she is the disciple of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. And we all came to know as well that from childhood, she is brought up in ISKCON and mostly in Mayapur. So from the schooling she has done in Mayapur, we also have seen her school, which was headed by His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj is a direct guide and mentor for Antaranga Tulsi Devdasi. And currently she is doing her final year of graduation. This is very interesting. I know most of us will do in some engineering or some other thing, but she is doing in Sanskrit. Samskrita Vyakaranam, she is doing it. And I know that she's doing it in Tirupati. And she's her area of services, she works along with her father, Mayapur Tourism Department, and where she takes devotees around the holy dhams like Navadvip and Jagannath Puri. And we also have gone with Antaranga Tulsi Devdasi and how beautifully she explains all the pastimes. We also had nice time. And the one more important thing about Antaranga is that she's fond of cows and she visits Goshala very often. She has a lot of friends there and she knows each and every cow in Mayapur Goshala by name. So that's a really beautiful quality she has. And I can go on sharing more about what I had experience with her, but due to time limit, I'll hand over to Antaranga Tulsi and she'll take you through the virtual tour of Navadvipa Mandal. Thank you, Radhika, and over to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, first of all, for giving me this opportunity. Am I audible, Mataji, properly?
Yes, dear.
Yeah. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak about Navadvip Dham. It is always such a big pleasure to speak about Navadvip Dham, and especially to children, because when they get inspired, then their entire family gets inspired and they all come to Mayapur, and it's nice and to have fun with them in Mayapur. And I remember I can see some faces here in the participants who did come to Mayapur last time, and I can see some new faces also. And I hope my main aim for this class is that after we finish this course, then the faces who have not come to Mayapur will want to come to Mayapur, and I can meet them in Mayapur soon. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Mataji. And yes, we'll start the class today. First, we'll start with our Mangalacharan prayers. All of you, please, I'll chant. You can all repeat with your mics muted. So we have Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhadra Srimate Jaya Pataka Swami Nama Acharya Padanitha Bhagavani Gaurakata Damga Nagara Gramatarane Hare Krishna. So I'll start sharing my screen. So our topic for the seminar is Shri Navadvip Mandala. Shri Navadvip Mandal. So where is Navadvip situated? Navadvip Dham is situated in the state of West Bengal. It is 140 kilometers from Calcutta. It's a small, it's a very rural place. It's a village which is now developing. And this area is called Shri Navadvip Mandal. Mandala means an area. So the area where Navadvip is there is the Navadvip Mandala. So why is this Navadvip Mandal so special that in Dhrida Bhakti group, all you kids have to hear about Navadvip Mandala and develop attachment to Navadvip Mandala? Is because it is the land of the golden avatar. Who can tell me who is this golden avatar?
Chaitanya
Mahaprabhu.
So the golden avatar, his body complexion is golden in color. Why is he golden in color?
because Radharani's complexion is also golden
in color.
Yes.
Navadvip Mandal is so special for this main reason that Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, he appeared here. He took his birth in this place and he did lot of pastimes for quite some time. For 24 years, he did his pastimes in this place. And that's why this Navadvip Mandal is so special. Now, is this the only reason why Navadvip Mandal is so special for us? There is one more reason. Navadvip Mandal, this holy place Navadvip, is so special for us as part of ISKCON because this place was very dear to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, as you all know, he loved Mayapur so much. So I have a quote from Prabhupada, which is in this book called Sri Mayapur. In that, what Prabhupada says is, Prabhupada actually repeats the words of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He says, in the Bharat Varsha, that is India, Bengal is the most important place. And in Bengal, the district Nadia is most important because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Don't take it leniently. It is very serious thing that Bharat Varsha is meant for Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada says, Don't take it very leniently that just because Mahaprabhu appeared, it's a very important place. Take it very seriously. Therefore, we understand that we have to develop love for Navadvip Dham. Every person who is a part of ISKCON who loves Srila Prabhupada has to love Navadvip Dham. That's why we are going to discuss about Navadvip Dham. And I hope, I pray sincerely to Radha Madhav, Panchasattva, Nrsingadev Bhagavan, and Srila Prabhupada that by the end of this course, all of you have the desire to see Navadvip Dham, have the desire to come to Navadvip Dham, and you all develop an attachment to Navadvip Dham. And by developing attachment to Navadvip Dham, our journey to the spiritual world is so easy and we can please Prabhupada very easily. We all want that, right? We all want to please Srila Prabhupada. So if we develop love for Navadvip Dham, we can very easily please Srila Prabhupada because Prabhupada says he wants that, he's telling. Don't take it leniently. So we will develop attachment for Navadvip Dham. So this is the main objective of this class session, to develop love for Navadvip Dham. Now if you want to love something, you need to know what is in it to love it, right? Like now say I love cakes. Why do I love cake? Because it is spongy, it has cream in it, I like the taste of it. We have had it once and therefore we love it. So we need to know what is there in Navadvip Dham for us to love it. So in this course we will see what is the beauty of Navadvip Dham. Why is Navadvip Dham so beautiful? All the acharyas in our sampradaya and all the Maharajas today we see, they all keep glorifying Navadvip Dham. So what is so great in Navadvip Dham is what we are going to learn, right? So now we come to the objectives of this course. So this is today will not be going very deep into the classes because of the topic of Navadvip Dham. So we will go through an overview of how our course will go, so that you know what you need to follow me with and what do you expect from this course. So the objectives of this course, as I've listed them: understand the identity of Navadvip Dham. Actually, I was supposed to include one more point here, understanding the identity of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But I thought that many of you already know who is Mahaprabhu. So we will discuss that as a subtopic of this. But understand the identity of Navadvip Dham. What is Navadvip Dham? Who created Navadvip Dham? Why is it so special? What are the potencies that are there in Navadvip Dham? This will be discussed. Next, know the features of Navadvip Mandal. The features of Navadvip Mandal, that is, how is it shaped? Where are the different islands placed? What are the rivers that flow here? How does it look so beautiful? What are the different holy places? These all things come under knowing the features of Navadvip. Then we have appreciate the lives and pastimes of associates of Gaurachandra. So we know that Mahaprabhu was born in Navadvip Dham and he did lot of pastimes in Navadvip Dham. Now, when he does pastimes, Krishna doesn't just do pastime alone. Krishna always does pastime with cows or with his friends or with gopis or with his parents. He always has somebody. It is just like I say, there is a king in one country. What does that mean? The king is alone there in the country? No. If a king is alone there, how can it be the king? He will be a normal man. It is called a king because he has a palace, he has a lot of people there who are under him. He is ruling the kingdom. He has a big area under his jurisdiction. He has army, he has palace, he has queens. He enjoys very nicely and therefore he is called the king. So like that, when we discuss about the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, we obviously have to discuss about his associates who are as glorious as him. And if we don't discuss about the associates of Mahaprabhu pastimes will be incomplete. So as we discuss the pastimes that Mahaprabhu did in this area, Navadvip Dham, we will also discuss about the different associates, their lifetime, and what can we learn from their lives. Because the stories of each of these acharyas, each of these associates are so beautiful, they are so inspiring and so sweet. That's why we'll also learn these pastimes and lives of the associates of Gaurachandra. Then we get a deep insight on all the islands of Navadvip and the temples there. So in Navadvip Dham is a very vast area and we have a lot of temples here. So we will be seeing that what are the pastimes that happen in these places, who construct the temple that is there today, and in the temple that is there today, what are the deities, what is the importance of these deities and everything. So this is the objective of this force. So and we will read this objectives every day when we begin the class, so that we know what are we heading for, right? Next, today we'll have a brief idea of Navadvip Dham. So what is Navadvip? Nava means 9 and Dweep means island. This is the meaning of the word Navadvip. Nava means 9 and Dweep means island. 9 islands. So how is this 9 islands situated? These 9 islands are situated like a beautiful lotus flower. Beautiful lotus flower that has 8 petals. 8 petals and 9 islands. So we have 8 petals. Each petal is one island. And in the center of the lotus, there is a yellow color place where the pollen is there. That is one more island. So we have 8 islands surrounding and one island in the center. This makes 9 islands. So now we will see what are the 9 islands. In the center, you see this yellow color thing? This is Antardweep, the first island in the center. And this Antardweep is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. He was born in the center of the Navadvip area. This is Antardweep. And then the second island is here. This is Simantadweep. Then we have the third island, which is Godramadweep. And then we have the fourth island, which is Madhyadweep. And then we have the fifth island, Koladweep. Sixth island, Ritudweep. Seventh island, Janudweep. Eighth island, Madadramadweep. And ninth island is Rudradweep. So no need to get worried that we are not remembering these names. We will discuss about each of these islands as we come. We'll spend a lot of time discussing about each island. Each island is so glorious, so beautiful, so sweet with the pastimes of Mahaprabhu. So today I just gave you that. So Navadvip means 9 islands. Each island have beautiful names. And as we proceed, we will see why are these islands called, given these names. And what are the pastimes Mahaprabhu did. So very important. 9 islands. Remember, Navadvip Dham is in the shape of a lotus. Beautiful lotus, which has 8 petals and one thing in the center, which is one more island. And how is this island separated? They are separated by the flowing of different rivers. So we have different holy rivers flowing in Navadvip Dham apart from Ganga Devi. Ganga Devi is the main river. And along with Ganga, we have many other rivers who flow and they give this beautiful shape to Navadvip Dham, like a lotus flower. And for information, this shape of Navadvip Dham was present when Mahaprabhu was there 500 years ago. Now the river has changed her flow and so they are no more perfectly in the shape of the lotus. But we know by our acharyas, they have described how it was when Mahaprabhu's time. So this is how it was during Mahaprabhu's time. Okay, next. So first we should offer our obeisances to Navadvip Dham. This is the Pranam Mantra of Navadvip Dham, which is composed by Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. And I want that one of you can volunteer so that when I recite, you can repeat so that everyone can repeat. I'm not able to enter my... How can I unmute you, Bhavya?
Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Okay, unmuted. Okay. I'm not able to get my chat box. I guess people are trying to contact me by chat.
I'll take care of that, Radhika. You carry on.
Okay. Yes, Bhavya. Okay, repeat after me. Navina Shri Bhaktim.
Navina Shri Bhaktim.
Nava Kanaka Gaura Kritipatim.
Nava Kanaka Gaura Kritipatim.
Navaranya Shreni.
Navaranya Shreyani.
Navasura Suridyata Valitam.
Navasura Suridyata Valitam.
Navina Shri Radha
Navina Shri Radha
Hari Rasamayot Kirtana Vidhim
Hari Rasamayo Kirtana Vidhim
Navadvipam Vande
Navadvipam Vande
Navakaruna Madhyan Navaruchim.
Nava Karuna Madhyam Navaruchim.
So we'll recite this every day, and every day I want one new volunteer to come and repeat after me. So I'll recite this once more
Hare Krishna.
fully so that you can get the tune. To get fully, I'll read it. Navina Shri Bhaktim Navakanaka Gaurakriti Patim Navaranya Shreni Navasurid Surasuridhyata Valitam Navina Shri Radha Hairasamayot Kirtana Vidhim Navadvipam Vande Navakaruna Madhyan Navaruchim. So, and I also want that all of you should memorize this as soon as possible. Maybe in the next, we'll repeat it every day, and you should memorize this. And every day when you wake up from your sleep, you can recite this mantra in the morning. And when you recite this mantra, you think of Navadvip Dham, you get the same benefit as if you are present in Navadvip Dham at that moment. So let's read the translation and let us understand this verse now. Navina Shri Bhaktim. Navina means new. So Navina Shri Bhaktim. So all these, the first three lines are adjectives to Navadvip. So what kind of Navadvip we are talking about is Navina Shri Bhaktim. That place where we get a new kind of bhakti. What is the meaning of new kind of bhakti? A kind of bhakti that has never been given before. Next is Nava Kanaka Gaura Kritipatim. Okay, now we are getting a new bhakti, but who is giving this bhakti? A very beautiful golden complexion person who is Krishna. So Krishna appears here in a golden form to bestow that bhakti which has never been given before. So this form is also very new to the world. Nobody has seen this golden form before of Krishna, and also the type of bhakti he is giving is very new. And Narottam Das Thakur, he in his bhajans, he tells us what is this new bhakti. He says, Golokera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtana. So Mahaprabhu brought the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is the very special process of bhakti, straight from where? From Goloka. It was Golokera Premadhan. Dhan means wealth. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra was the wealth belonging to Goloka. Goloka is way up in the spiritual world, above the material world, above the Brahmaloka, above Vaikunta. We have Goloka, where Krishna and Radha are performing pastimes. And in that Goloka, we had Harinam Mahamantra as the treasure. And that treasure, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the form of Radharani and Krishna together, he brought that treasure directly down to the material world in Navadvip Dham. So Navina Shri Bhaktim, Nava Kanaka. Kanaka means gold. Gaura means golden. Akriti means form. So that person who has Nava Kanaka Gaura Kritipatim, he had the form of molten gold, which is a very beautiful color. You can imagine gold. How does it look? A person having a golden color. So Navina Shri Bhaktim, Nava Kanaka Gaura Kritipatim. Next, what? The beauty of Navadvip Dham. Nava Aranya Shreni. Aranya means forest. We have Aranya Kand in Ramayana. Aranya means forest in Sanskrit. So, newly arisen. Nava means new. Newly arisen forest is very beautiful. A forest, beautiful forest with Nava Sura Sarit. Sura means demigods. Asura means demons. Sura means demigods. So, Sura Sarit means what? Sura Sarit is the river of the heavenly planets. So that is Ganga Devi. Ganga Devi was actually in the heavenly planets, and Bhagirath king, he brought her down to the earthly planet to liberate his forefathers. So she is actually called the river of the heavenly planets. So she, Nava Sura Surid Yata Valitam, she is flowing across. So there are newly grown forests, which is so beautiful, green, and that forest is even more beautified by the flowing of the heavenly Ganga. and she is flowing. She is not simply flowing. She is bringing. She is yata. She is bringing what? She is bringing cool breeze along with her flow. So we have a beautiful forest, which is in which the Ganga river is flowing very beautifully, and not only is she flowing, she is also bringing cool breeze. So Navaranya Shreni, Navasura Surit Yatavanitam, where the newly arisen forest is made more beautiful by the flowing Ganga with her gentle cool breezes. So we have 2 points now. Navina Shri Bhakti Nava Kanaka Gaura Pratipatim. Mahaprabhu who came, Krishna who came in the golden form, he has given a new way of bhakti which was never seen before. Second, Navaranya Shreni Navasura Sarit Yata Valitam, that is, the Navadip Dham is beautified by beautiful forest with lot of rivers flowing. Ganga Devi is flowing herself and bringing cool breezes, making the climate and the atmosphere very beautiful. Third point, Navina Shri Radha Hari Rasamayot Kirtana Vidhim. Srimati Radharani and Sri Hari, Sri Krishna, they have come together and they are giving a Kirtana. Radha Hari Kirtana. What kind of Kirtana? Rasamayo Kirtana. Rasamayo means full of rasa, full of nectar. Like we have in Tamil, we say this mayam. When we say anything is full of something, this is full of this means we say rasamayam. It's full of it. So like that, full of kirtan. The kirtan was full of rasa, was full of nectar, full of taste. Hari, Radha, Hari, Rasamayot, Kirtana, Vidhim, the process. So where Srimati Radhika and Sri Hari appeared in a new combined form to give that kirtan, which is saturated with ras, which is full of nectar of course, Krishna Prem. And then Navadvipam Vande, I offer my obeisances to that Navadvip Dham, Nava Karuna Madhyam Navarushim. Ever fresh. It is not that 500 years ago Mahaprabhu came, he finished his pastimes and went away, and now it is no more fresh. No. Nava Karuna Madhyam. It's always ever fresh. Why? Because Narottama Thakur says, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Adyapiha e Leela Kare Gaura Rai. So Mahaprabhu today also, he is performing these pastimes in Navadvip Dham. In the material world, he is performing his pastimes, but it is not visible to the material eyes. So those are spiritual eyes, they can see these beautiful pastimes of Mahaprabhu that is still happening today. It's not that 500 years ago everything is over. No, it is ever fresh. And what? When we come here, new taste of devotion is mercifully bestowed. So when we come and take shelter of Navadvip Dham, because it's ever fresh and Mahaprabhu is performing his pastimes, Navadvip Dham, he can bestow us the taste of the holy name, the taste of devotion. So this is the beautiful pranam mantra of Navadvip Dham, and when we will read this verse every day along with this meaning, and we should meditate upon this meaning always, so that we can fall in love with Navadvip Dham, we can get attached to Navadvip Dham. Okay. Any questions till now?
No, Mataji.
No questions? Everybody can understand, or am I going too fast? Is it fine?
Yes, Mataji,
We
we
can
can
understand,
understand.
Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji, we can understand. Yes, Mataji, we can understand.
Next, let's go to the next slide. So now we know what is Navadvip Dham. We know Navadvip Dham is having 9 islands, and we know that Mahaprabhu appeared here 500 years ago. He did his pastimes and he went away. And then what happened to Navadvip Dham? I told you that Navadvip Dham was, I showed you the map and I said that 500 years ago when Mahaprabhu did his pastimes, Navadvip Dham was looking like this. And now it is very different. So you see, when there is a place which is very famous, like we read in history, we had so many empires, the Vijayanagara Empire, the Mughal Empire. They had big palaces. We can read about it in history, but do we find any palace today? No.
No.
All these palaces are, we don't know. There is no, we can't find even a, what do I say? Even a dust of this palace today. We just hear, okay, we find some momentum here and there are some pillars and all. They don't look like a palace, but we understand from our history that okay, the palace was here and this king ruled, and we had this empire once upon a time. There was barter system once upon a time. There was no money. So as time goes, things change a lot, and we don't find them anymore as they were before. So 500 years ago, Mahaprabhu did his pastimes and he went. And after that, today, Navadvip is so changed. So how do we know? First of all, how did the people today come to know about Navadvip? How am I speaking to you about Navadvip? How do I know? How do everyone know? How are some people visiting Navadvip today? This is all because of this person, Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So we are all, first of all, we are supposed to be very full of gratitude to Bhaktivinoda Thakur because he is the one behind all of us knowing Navadvip Dham today. We are able to recognize Navadvip Dham. We are able to relish the glories of Navadvip Dham. Everything because of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I assume all of you know Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is the father of the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. He is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's father, and he is one of the important acharyas in our sampradaya. He is there in every ISKCON altar in the Guru Parampara. He is also known as the seventh Goswami. So we have 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Roop, Raghunath, all of them, and he is known as the seventh Goswami. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what did he do for Navadvip Dham? As I told you, he was the one who, because of whom we know Navadvip Dham today. What did he do for us to know Navadvip Dham? First point, he discovered Mayapur. Mayapur is a place inside the Antardvip, which is the center of Navadvip Dham, where Mahaprabhu was born. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the person who discovered the place where Mahaprabhu took his birth. He found out that particular spot and he established a temple there, because of which today we know that Navadvip Dham is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. The first biggest achievement of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If he were not there, we would not even know where was Mahaprabhu born. Can you imagine a situation where we don't know where was Mahaprabhu born? We would have lost that beautiful, precious place and all the mercy and the emotion we can get from that place. So he discovered the place where Mayapur, where Mahaprabhu was born. When we come to the island in which his house is, we'll discuss more about how he discovered Navadvip and Mayapur. And so for now, we know that he was the one who discovered Mayapur. What else did he do? He wrote literatures that give detailed description of the 9 islands. So he wrote many books. He wrote a lot of books. He is known. He wrote so much. He wrote all the bhajans we have today. And he wrote 2 books called Navadvip Dham Mahatmya and Navadvip Bhavataranga. As you know by the name, Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, the glories of Navadvip Dham, and Navadvip Bhavataranga, which Navadvip Bhavataranga is a mood in which Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is writing that when he did a parikrama mentally of Navadvip Dham by mind, at that time what are his feelings. So these 2 books are the basis of what we know about Navadvip Dham today. He discovered not only Mayapur. Mayapur is just one place in Navadvip Dham, but he also told us everything about these 9 islands. How are they? What are the different pastimes Mahaprabhu did in these islands? All these things are mentioned in this book, Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. And this book is also the basis for our seminar of our classes. I'll follow this book only. He wrote these 2 books, which is very important for us, which give us the detailed description of these 9 islands, the pastimes Mahaprabhu did in these islands. Third, he established temples. So because Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself is around 200-300 years before us, before today. So if he had discovered all these things and went also, if he had not established temples, again these places would have got lost. So he established temples and he did whatever he could to mark these places so that the future generations who come, they know these places. We have these places today because of him. And the most important thing, he defeated all other Apasampradaya. Now you see, after things change after so many years, it is very natural that we have different kind of people talking different things. Something happened long ago means today you ask general public about it. Like suppose you go to a place and you came to know about a king in that place. That king was there around 200 years ago. and you go and ask the people of that place about the heritage, it is not necessary that all the people in that place will give you the same details. One person will say one story, another will say another story, because as time passes, people add their own masala to the stories and everything, and they exaggerate it, or they telling according to their own convenience, or their grandmother would have told it in a different way, and they will tell it in a different way. So things change after some time. So as like this, when Mahaprabhu after 500 years, before 500 years ago, Mahaprabhu finished his pastimes. After that, there is 300 years gap between Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance. So by this 300 years, lot of different Apasampradaya. Sampradaya is a proper line of disciplic succession. Apasampradaya is in which the philosophy is very deviated. It is not according to Mahaprabhu's philosophy. That is called Apasampradaya. So a lot of Apasampradaya had arisen. They all began to concoct their own philosophies about Mahaprabhu's. They started deviating from his philosophy. And there were the Sahajiyas, Prakrita Sahajiyas. There are many. There are around 13 Apasampradaya well known who all preach the wrong philosophy. And these people, because of their very heinous activities or because of their very bad propaganda, the name about Vaishnavas in a society, when they say a Vaishnava, people think of these kind of people and they say Vaishnavas are bad. It was it was the scenario of the society at that time. The Sahajiyas, the Apasampradaya had ruined the name of Vaishnava. They had ruined the name of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his philosophy. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he re-established the philosophy of Mahaprabhu. What were the original teachings of Mahaprabhu? He wrote books on them, he found them, he got the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he not only he re-established the philosophy, but he re-established it in simple Bengali language so that every public could understand. So he established it, and he also defeated all these Apasampradaya. So a lot of Apasampradaya are there. He defeated all of them. He had debates with them, and he defeated all of them so that their philosophies could no more stand against. He proved them that they were wrong. What they're propagating about Mahaprabhu is wrong, and this is the real teachings of Mahaprabhu. And in this way, he increased the fame of Vaishnavas in the society. So after Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in the society present at that time, if you say you are a Gaudiya Vaishnava, they would respect you. Until then, they would say, oh, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they just simply dance and sing and they perform bad activities. They are sentimental fools. These were the situation at that time. This is the how people reacted to Vaishnavas at that time. And in the other side, there are also tantrics and everyone. So he, in a sense, he calmed them down. He defeated all of them, and he showed what it is to be a real Vaishnava. And because of his books and his establishment of the philosophy, today we also have a very clear idea of what is Gaudiya Vaishnavism, what are we supposed to follow. And his teachings only are developed by Prabhupada, and we have all the books today that we have. This is the next thing he did, defeating all the Apasampradayas. And then he established the position of the Gaudiya Sampradaya and Vaishnavas in the society. There's something going on in the chat.
Radhika,
Yes, Mataji.
there is a request from children for you to speak slowly so that I think some of them are lagging.
I saw the chat. I'm reading the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go a bit slowly.
How long more, Radhika?
Yes, Mataji.
How long more time you need? How much more time
Yes,
you need?
around 10 minutes, 2 more slides. Siddhanta Thakur and Prabhupada.
Okay.
That's it. So yeah, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he defeated the Apasampradaya. And then he established the position of Gaudiya Sampradaya and Vaishnavas in society. So because of his mercy, Vaishnavas were renowned in the society. He was himself an exemplary Vaishnava, and he taught us how we should be exemplary Vaishnavas. And because of him, in the society, Vaishnavas got a good name and they started respecting the Vaishnavas. So this was Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has more achievements. Related to Navadvip Dham, these are his main things that he did, for which we are very grateful to him today. Going next. So after Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his son Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he continued his father's mission and he did more service to Navadvip Dham, by which we are more clear about Navadvip Dham. So as I told you before, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he discovered the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he wrote about Navadvip Dham. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he discovered the different holy places in Navadvip Mandal and he built temples. So Father Bhaktivinoda Thakur found only Antardvip and Mayapur. Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he discovered in all other 8 islands what are the beautiful pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He found them and he established temples there. And then what he did, he preached the glories of Navadvip to the masses. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote books, but those books were taken and given to the public, and where there was proper preaching mission, preaching to all the masses in general about Navadvip Dham, glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was done by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I don't know why is the slide small, Mataji.
Yeah, Radhika. I was thinking,
I'm doing full screen only.
yeah. Go to the slideshow and try to click on that.
Now,
It is the same. Children, are you also able seeing the same small screen in the corner?
Mataji is clear. Mataji, we can hear Mataji clearly and we can see the slides properly. Yes, Mataji, I can see the slides clearly.
Mataji, we can see full screen, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, we can see this full screen.
Mataji, slideshow we can see.
Mataji, we can see. I'm using my tab. We can see Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for all your feedback. Please mute your mic and let Mataji continue her class. Thank you.
okay. So he preached the glories of Navadvip to the masses. The general public came to know about Navadvip Dham. And as such, till Bhakti Vinod Thakur's time, Mayapur, Navadvip Dham was just a field. There were not many people staying. It was a Muslim area because of the Mughal reign, Mughal rule. It was full of Muslims, and it was completely only fields were there. And few Upper Sampradaya had established some places which is not the birthplace of Mahaprabhu as birthplace of Mahaprabhu. So there are some wrong places, and as such, there's nothing. It was just field and no houses, nothing, barren area. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur built a lot of temples, which made different people come and see what are the temples, and thus the glories of Navadvip Dham, the news about Navadvip Dham spread to the general public. Most important achievement of Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was he started the Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, which is continuing still today. And as such, for me, I know little bit about Navadvip Dham only because of attending Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. So Navadvip Mandal Parikrama is, we walk 7 days, 8 days. We walk through the Navadvip Dham and we stay in each island one night, and we visit the temples, we hear glories of the past tense happened there from different sannyasis, and like this we walk across Navadvip Dham and we come back to our house after 8 days. This is Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. This was started by Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and because of this only, it was actually the desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur to start this. This was such a big achievement, because until then nobody knew the 9 islands. They didn't know what are the pastimes. They were only available in books. He personally took them to different places, established temples, and showed them the glories of all these places. Next, he sowed the seed in Srila Prabhupada's heart to preach the glories of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the West. So until then, people in India, maximum in West Bengal, Orissa, or wherever the Gaudiya Mats were there inside India, they knew the glories of Navadvip Dham. He inspired Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, to take the message of Navadvip, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the West. And people all over the world today know Navadvip Dham. In all ISKCON centers you go, they may know less or more, but they know what is Navadvip Dham. They know how important Navadvip Dham is. And then we have Srila Prabhupada. Our Prabhupada, he established the world headquarters in ISKCON Mayapur. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established a lot of temples, and Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, our Prabhupada, he established his world headquarters in ISKCON, causing people from different part of the world, from West, everyone to come and do kirtan here to see the holy places. And today we have so many guest house, everything in Mayapur because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. He introduced Navadvip Dham to all of us. We all know because we have joined ISKCON. By Prabhupada's mercy, we know about Navadvip Dham, we know about Mahaprabhu. He promoted the Navadvip Mandal Parikrama when Prabhupada was present in this planet after 1972 when he came to Mayapur with all his disciples. He personally took all his disciples in Navadvip Mandal Parikrama and he showed them the different places and he told that ISKCON should conduct Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, because of which we are still conducting Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. It's going on today also in the Gaura Purnima's festival. We have 7 days, 8 days for Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. He entrusted his disciples the responsibility to develop Navadvip Dham. So we have His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. They are all took the responsibility to develop Navadvip Dham. Siddhanta Thakur found many holy places, but there are still many holy places which is not yet found. So he gave the duty to his disciples to find out more holy places and build temples there and take devotees and glorify Navadvip Dham. He gave the responsibility to his disciples and he fulfilled the prophecy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. What was the prophecy? When will that day come when the fair-skinned foreigners will come to Sri Navadvip Dham and join with the Bengali Vaishnavas to chant Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana? When will that day be? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur prophesied that one day will come when different foreigners will come from different places of the world and they will come to Navadvip Dham, to Mayapur Dham, and they will chant together the names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they will all be living in cooperation. And that prophecy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada has fulfilled, and we can see today in Mayapur, all around me. Now I'm sitting in this building. Around me, there are different buildings, and in different buildings, there are different devotees residing. Some are Russian, some are Chinese, some are German, some are from Germany, some are from different parts of the universe, some are Bengali, some are South Indians. And in all of their houses, you will find an altar which has either photo of Panchatattva or they have God Nitai deity. So he fulfilled the prophecy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So this is all that I had for today, in the sense that as the slide, I hope I'm not too fast. I think I went a little bit fast in the middle, but I hope you understood. So we should first of all mention our gratitude to all these acharyas. Only because of their mercy, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Jayapatak Maharaj, Bhaktichar Maharaj, other ISKCON sannyasis today, by whose mercy we are able to talk about Navadvip Dham, we are able to hear about Navadvip Dham. So let's thank them by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much to all these acharyas, and thanks to all of you that you have given me an opportunity to speak about them. And for information, today is the disappearance day of Sanatan Goswami, who is one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So we should think of him today. When you get time in your home, I will send Mataji by chat the Pranam Mantra of Sanatan Goswami. You can all read. And also we have the Sad Goswami Ashtakam by Srinivas Acharya. You can also, if you get time, please recite that Ashtakam today, glorifying the Sanatan Goswami and all the 6 Goswamis. And thank you so much. Mataji, any comments?
Thank you, Radhika. That's really wonderful. You have really taken us to the introduction part. So, and thank you for informing us about the. So, from time to time, Radhika sends me messages about the all the important dates or in Vaishnava calendar. So, thanks to you. So, by the end of this sessions, we should be able to recite the shloka. So we all will by heart it. And thank you for wonderful introduction. And from tomorrow, I believe she'll take us to inside of each and every Dvipa island, right?
Yes,
So,
Mataji.
So children, try to remember this. And anyway, Mataji will take us to each one of the islands. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
And
Mataji.
see you tomorrow. We have your session.